In the face of tear gas, beatings and bullets, 2010 saw the start of a new phase in the human rights revolution, as more and more people have stood up around the world and said, enough is enough.
There's a complete disregard for human rights. Torture is rampant. People are, a quarter of the population at least is unemployed. They have no prospects. They feel nobody's listening to them. They have no voice.
Muslims, Christians, young people, all the categories of Egyptian people here in this square. And we will continue in these demonstrations.
Many in authority have responded by trying to stifle freedom of expression and clamp down on demonstrations. Protesters have been using new ways to organise, but around the world, repressive governments have been determined to block the flow of information and keep their stranglehold on power by restricting the internet, and some have even ordered companies to shut down mobile networks.
I think Azerbaijani youth have a right to protest, and if they want to protest, they should do it. Whether it will be online, offline, through SMS, on the streets, they have a right to do it.
The demonstrations have taken many in the West by surprise. For years they've been turning a blind eye and selling arms to repressive regimes with poor human rights records. But even in countries where protesters have succeeded in bringing change, there is a real danger that the new leaders may try to return to the old ways.
What we need to make sure happens now is that the emergency laws and many of the repressive laws are taken out. Secondly, we need a complete overhaul of the security apparatus in many of these countries. That's a big problem that people are facing. And then, of course, all the long-term changes we need. We need an independent judiciary, we need a free press, we need human rights education, empowered people. So a lot of work has to happen.
2010 brought to the fore some of those who stand as real and inspiring examples, showing what courage in the face of repression can achieve. Aung San Suu Kyi has been a thorn in the side of those in power in Myanmar. In 2010, her period of house arrest came to an end, and she was once more able to speak publicly about her hopes for the future, views which led to her detention and then to the Nobel Peace Prize.
So far I've been free to do whatever I've wanted to do. Mind you, I haven't tried to get out of Rangoon yet because I haven't had the time. But I would like to emphasize the fact that I was released because my term of imprisonment had come to an end. It was not an amnesty or anything like that.
Following Aung San Suu Kyi as Nobel laureate in 2010 was China's Liu Xiaobo, who wasn't allowed to go to Oslo to accept his prize. His calls for greater freedom of expression in China meant that he sat in jail and the prize went unaccepted for the first time in more than 60 years. For all the public demonstrations, millions of others have responded by fleeing repression and corruption, trying to find a better life for themselves or their families. At any one time, there are literally countless millions of people on the move, seeking refuge abroad from the challenges they face at home. The reality is that more often than not, they're seen as unwelcome, herded into inhumane conditions, or die on the journey. Those that made the journey generations ago are still facing discrimination and a denial of their human rights. In Europe, there are more than 10 million Roma, sometimes called gypsies, who are still overwhelmingly marginalised, excluded from the societies in which they've settled, and left voiceless and without the basics that would allow them to escape their poverty.
They say that we are equal in the eyes of the law, but that's not true. And if they don't want to help us or give us something, they should just put us in a corner and shoot us, and we'll be saved from this suffering.
More than 200,000 died and 2 million were left homeless after last year's earthquake in Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the world, after years of corruption and repression. And in the Côte d'Ivoire, violence has left countless dead, with the international community unable or unwilling to do anything.
My father was in his house. He couldn't get up. He is old. I was hiding there and I heard the screams of the old man. Don't kill me, don't kill me. My children, what have I done? I'm too old, don't kill me.
Amnesty International believes we're at a crucial point in human history. In all parts of the world, people are looking for change, demanding that their leaders guarantee basic human rights, such as freedom of expression, freedom from fear, and freedom from want. In its 50th year, the organisation believes both that change is possible, hundreds of millions of people are demanding it, and that the rise of social media makes it more possible than ever before, but that it still hangs in the balance. 2010 will either be looked back on as the year that started a genuine shift, or as a false dawn.
What better year to celebrate our 50th anniversary? The coming together of people standing up against repression is what we're all about, and we are truly inspired by what's happened, and we are going to really focus our energies on strengthening and growing the movement, the human rights movement across the world in this important year.